Welcome to Scrum Masters Elite_UK. Don't forget to sign up for updates on sports news, in-depth analysis, and inspiring stories.
According to reports from France, the head coach of the Ireland rugby team is expected to return to England after the Rugby World Cup to take over as the director of rugby at Saracens, replacing Brendan Venter. Meanwhile, the current CEO, Mark McCall, is set to step down from his leadership role at the end of the season to transition into an advisory position, while Venter will resume his role from 2009 to 2011. Additionally, French media have speculated that this could be a one-season contract, as the club is believed to have reached an agreement with Andy Farrell, who has a strong connection to Saracens. The Irish Independent reported that the claim Farrell has signed a deal with Saracens is inaccurate. But it also mentioned that the English club has made an offer of around £1 million per season. Furthermore, the CEO of the Irish Rugby Football Union, IRFU, David Humphreys, is said to have scheduled a meeting with Farrell's representatives to discuss future plans. Ireland is reportedly very keen to extend his contract after the 2027 World Cup in Australia, but they are not willing to meet the salary offer from England.
In response to the speculation, Saracens officially stated that these rumours were disrespectful to Brendan Venter and emphasised that no offer had been made to Andy Farrell. They also reiterated the long-standing personal relationship between Farrell and the club, where he played from 2005 to 2009 and where his son, Owen Farrell, became one of the club's most influential players. To coach like Andy Farrell is not just a name, he is a symbol of the transformation of Irish rugby over the years. Under his leadership, Ireland has built a distinct identity, discipline, and strong belief. Therefore, any rumours regarding his future generate a great deal of emotional reaction. I wonder, if I were in his shoes, what would I do? Stay with the national team where I'm building a legacy, or return to my old home, a place with memories, family, and deep personal connections? I understand that in professional sports, considering an attractive offer is normal. A contract worth £1 million per season isn't just a financial figure, it also reflects high regard for one's professional expertise. But I also see the pressure these rumours create for all parties involved.
For Brendan Venter, it could feel like being in a temporary and unstable position. For Mark McCall, it's a delicate leadership transition. For the IRFU, it's a balancing act between budget and ambition. And for the fans, it's a worry about uncertainty. I pay particular attention to the term disrespectful used by Saracens. I believe this is the key point. In any organization, especially in elite sports, mutual respect is the foundation of team culture. Rumors may attract views, but if not carefully verified, they can erode internal trust. The first lesson I take for myself is this: in life, before drawing conclusions, listen fully from all sides. The media may report quickly, but the truth takes time to confirm. I've learned that calmness and objectivity are necessary when absorbing information. The second lesson I see is that loyalty should not be blindly idealized, but it also shouldn't be underestimated. Loyalty isn't just about staying, it's about commitment in each day of work. If Andy Farrell stays with Ireland, it's because of a long-term project.
If one day he returns to Saracens, it could stem from personal affection and direction. What's important is how he communicates that decision transparently and respectfully. I think this is an opportunity for us to mature in how we support our teams. Loving a team or club doesn't mean owning any individual. Players and coaches have families, dreams, and their own priorities. I believe that civilized support is supporting them while respecting their choices. I also reflect on the role of leadership. A head coach not only builds strategy but also shapes culture. If rumors continue to circulate, it could affect the team's focus. I've learned that leaders need determination and transparency to maintain collective trust. What I appreciate most in this entire story is the family connection. When Saracens mentioned Owen Farrell, it wasn't to create drama but to emphasize the depth of the personal relationship. Professional sports can be harsh, but these relationships keep the human element alive. When considering the educational value for humanity, I see three key messages. First, transparency and respect are the foundation of any sustainable organization.
Second, the media must be responsible when reporting, as every word can affect people's dignity and emotions. Third, each individual must learn to absorb information with a clear mind, not allowing fleeting emotions to drive judgment. I'm not siding with the rumors or the denials. I choose to stand for fairness and respect. I believe that no matter what Andy Farrell's final decision is, what matters most is how he and the parties involved handle the process, in a world that's increasingly noisy. I realize that calmness is a valuable trait. When hearing news, instead of quickly sharing or criticizing, I remind myself to stop, reflect, and ask, is this information complete? Does sharing it harm anyone? For rugby fans, and sports fans in general, I hope we learn to support with our hearts but think with our minds. Sports are full of emotions, but they are also places of values and mutual respect. No matter how it ends, this will be a testament to the power of sports in connecting people. It reminds me that behind every headline, there are real people with responsibilities, pressures, and aspirations. I choose to view the situation with understanding. I choose to believe in the professionalism of organizations and the integrity of those in the field. And above all, I choose to learn the lessons of respect, calmness, and maturity in receiving information. If one day Farrell does return to Saracens, I'll see it as a new chapter in his journey. If he continues with Ireland through 2027 and beyond, I'll view it as a continuation of a mission. Regardless of the outcome, what I believe is that sports will continue to inspire, as long as we maintain honesty and humanity.
Goodbye, Saracens will have the final decision on Farrell, but respect and calmness remain the most important.